down Airwalk. So now, I mean, again, taking a look at the minimap, you can see they're kind of, they may not necessarily know that they're there, right? They're not making enough noise, but they're very close to each other. It takes one person to make a misstep or a shot, and then very quickly you can start zeroing in on people. Changes to the SMGs. We saw now that shot accuracy. We've seen a reduction in
back with the Fortnite stream. Probably we are going to do
think
this.
That shifted the meta a little bit.
Party
I think
for a
we're
while.
seeing people.
Until I have my
like,
dinner.
Do you think we're seeing people come back to the shotgun, or you think there's kind of like still some? There's still diversity. It's like some people still opt to go close range with shotguns. Some people like to go mid range with SMGs.
The EU region
is out of diversity. I think you're exactly right. Whereas everyone was kind of forced to play the SMG spam meta previously, especially with the drum gun in existence. Now you get to choose. If you want to use the shotgun, it's in a much better spot. Of course,
so
people are very strong in that conversation, but it does add variety. It does add a nice little mixture.
We can watch together. You can chat what you think about the fight or whatever in the chat.
And as you saw, he immediately has to disengage because now they own this entire space. They're able to hop up with those tires. And now Micro's here on the back foot.
Look how damaged. He just has some bandages. Finally, can take out those bandages and use them. Wise decision here. And a nice, speaking of a fortress within a fortress here. Looks like the old Renaissance days as he's castled up here on top of the fortress and sitting upon his steed is in a pretty good position right now. Meanwhile, the Fnatic duo, Fnatic, of course, very reputable organization over on the European side of esports with a lot of history. These two at Nyx and Jurl have a big responsibility.
They have, oh my gosh, so they have the shockwave grenades. And look, you're always trying to disengage right now. Man, but they punish him for that. They punish him for that. Now, here's the thing. The storm is starting to move. They need to disengage. And now, I mean, the fact that he's dropped them both pretty low means they're going to, if they're not fast, they're going to start taking storm damage. I mean, look at him. He's even kiting them back. The shockwave grenade sends him flying, but Jarl gets knocked with the rifle at 61 meters. Unbelievable.
I absolutely love what we just saw out of Mr. Kuroro. I'm not sure if he has an organization, but if you're an org watching right now, I'm liking the gameplay. 1 versus 2, had 3 HP, built high enough to get himself some bandages and back to health, and was able to pick up an elimination on the rotation. Well played from him in a 1 versus 2.
Noisy versus Ruben Senpai here. They're going for high ground, both super low, but Senpai secures the elimination there on Noisy.
It's gonna be fun, guys.
Oh
everyone come on to stream, we can watch it together. Even I really didn't want to miss, so I'm not playing.
Senpai, that's huge. In a pure 1 versus 2.
I'm opening up my chat because even I am a viewer.
Love that
I want
about Fortnite. I know I keep deferring to it.
Tell it in chat if I feel like
the ability to outskill someone and lose a fight where you have a numbers disadvantage.
Here's something else. We just watched the grappler, so we saw him, Svenos, use it to get out of the storm, which is good. Something unbelievable is that Svenos has the thermal AR. We've seen
Svenos is still alive. Nice.
I mean, he's just pinpoint accurate.
Legend.
If you give him this weapon, he's going to put it to work, and he's going to take down eliminations at range. I mean, I'm talking max range. Oh, wow. Jam side falls down and falls to their elimination. I was going to say their death, but I guess they didn't die just yet. Yeah. But look, Unique and Clyde, Marana just on the other side. The Vic is very close by. I mean, look, again, this Spectre client is huge for information. You can just constantly tell where players are, which is good.
And now what's interesting is no one got the knock or the down there. He knocked himself. So no one was really truly aware that he was down. That's why you have to be very, very attentive to the bottom left of your screen. If you see that that person got downed, you know someone's down somewhere on the map. Maybe you can hear it as well. You can take advantage and capitalize. But if you're not paying attention, you can miss an easy double elimination opportunity as the revive was being picked up right there. Cold turkey.
Yeah, and take a look. So Svenos is here with his duo partner. There's 3 duos here total. Taboo is one that's very close by. He's down. You can see him crawling there. That is teammate is Blackso over there. Now Svenos again has a grappler. We're gonna have to see how he utilizes this because I mean he can very quickly traverse terrain if he needs to.
Yep. I love his loadout too. Double barrel into an SMG, and of course that thermal for long range. He can use that SMG for a slight mid-range as well. It's kind of well balanced at his distance right now.
I just want to see a grappler into a point-blank double barrel. That's what I want to see.
A little boogie bomb action here. Svenos is dancing and having some fun, but it's not going to matter. He's going to pick up the elimination. Nice job by Svenos, despite throwing in some dance moves, able to come out on top in that one. Our first boogie bomb action here. I feel like we should have like an alarm that goes off or something.
Anytime there's a boogie bomb?
Anytime there's a boogie, or maybe we have to dance. I don't know. We're gonna get creative here.
We'll get creative. Yeah.
Hello, Shady.
But look, man, they have no healing. So Svenos and his duo partner have to make their way into the safe zone while currently being shot at, which is tough. Look at this, the grappler, man. I love this mobility tool so much. Look at this. You just cover so much ground so quickly.
And he's using that pretty, not too sparingly. You know,
yeah.
he's not in danger of scoring.
That's
he only has 2 left. I would like to see him use those a little more wisely in that situation. But going to build himself a nice 1x1. Look how quick he builds that 1x. As now, he's going to be just trying to heal up in this scenario. Only attached by 1 floor right now.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. He was fine in the 1x there. I guess because he was against the tree, he maybe opted to move over. But like you're saying, he's only held up by 1 little floor there. So if someone's smart, they can take that down, and he's going to come
Jackson is
crumble
very
down
intelligent. He knows
one thing we've seen is brilliant when you're drop falling, build
he'll be
walls,
timed up.
build floors or ramps.
Yes.
I'd like to see that as right now to fortify that 1x1 a little bit, and then he can actually get underneath, turtle up a little bit, and edit his way up back to the top. I'm not sure if you realize it's only 1 small piece of steel that's connecting him. Meanwhile, looks like Vitality and duo playing together. This one's 2 orgs coming together under 1.
These smarts, man, rules are
Kingman
rules.
was very close
I
by
can't
as well.
argue with them.
I mean, take a look at this map, man. We still have 40 people left in the game. And as you can see, all these triangles are starting to move together. What's interesting is they're populating kind of the lower left half of Wailing Woods, so that northern right half is still pretty vacant. We've got one team that's moving, and you can see the top right there. I mean, this is still pretty open. Now, how do you feel about fighting in Wailing Woods specifically?
Yeah, I love the fact that the Wailing Woods finished. I think we're going to see a few things. One, of course, your building is heavily affected. Your ability to build and your ability to have vision. 2, with the addition of the grappler, much like we saw in PAX West, we saw an Omega who looked like Catwoman flying around, or Catman flying around and hanging around in the trees. We're going to see a lot of cat in the tree action in this one, as
the sound analysis is fine, right?
Be able to get high ground, but of course, Wailing Woods finish makes it really interesting, tough to build, and not as much vision as you're used to having here. So it's going to be a really fun and interesting finish here.
Yep, Svenos, man, he's got like what? It looked like 10 HP or something. He needs to be very careful as he's sitting here editing walls. If someone cracks back, I mean, he could go down. You know what's interesting though, which I think it's funny not doing, is so if you have below 30 HP, you can actually knock yourself if you fall from to basically get revived and have 30 HP instead of like the 10 that he has now. So I mean, it's more dangerous to do because if you mess it up, it's all downhill. But it's a little cheeky thing you can do.
I love it. I love it. Dropping some insight, dropping some knowledge. I absolutely love it. And again, you asked earlier, what's the difference between duos and solos? That's another big one. The ability to do some cheeky things like that, to utilize your teammate in certain scenarios. Of course, revives come into play as well. One thing I'm looking at, I want to keep a close eye on here as we're storytelling here to finish this one off. FlyQuest Tinny, the same man we saw drop Dusty Divot early on. Of course, a very reputable name in the European Fortnite competitive scene, coming from the UK. Really excited to see what him and his mouse counterpart can do in the late game.
36 players with SSK eliminates Dementos there.
Dementos is out.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the format is Victory Round is worth 3 points, second and third is worth 2, fourth and fifth is worth 1 point, and then you can see the elimination breakdown there. So don't forget, people are looking to get eliminations, or they're looking to survive toward the very end, making it to top 5 for those points. And you got to think, man, everyone's probably they're just taking their time. They're waiting for other people to move. They've got 15 seconds here before the storm starts to take over this area, and then again, they have to funnel their way into Wailing Woods.
Exactly. And one thing that's interesting here is a very late rotation from Tinny and Crabble here. Yeah. Finally, they're going to start hitting it, but look how far and how much of a distance they have to run. Maybe they're just waiting for everyone else to rotate. They do notice a jump pad, and guess what? A jump pad and anti-gravity is fun times. Flying across the sky is Crabble right now as he's feeling good. about the scenario he's in. Just got to be careful not to get tagged up.
You know what's good too is everyone else is so focused about finding and securing their spot in the zone that they're coming in completely undetected. They're coming in at the pace they want. They can take a look at the land and kind of see where they want to fortify.
And where they want to land as well. A lot of communication has come into effect there. They had so many options, and you saw Crabble kind of toying with his options. He was like, should we drop on this Porta Fortress and have some fun? They opt instead for a nice passive scenario. They want to give themselves a nice plot of land, and it's almost like we're playing a land grab game here as everyone's trying to get their spot and fortify up. I like this late game.
Man, look at this. So again, oh wow, we're just seeing fire from all angles. I mean, this is not the spot you want to be in. You want to be the guy that's not being fired at by like 6 different teams.
Yep.
I mean, Endel himself, look, he's only got 40 HP, looking to disengage the fights. I mean, so what would you recommend for players looking to level the game, right? Let's say I'm a new guy and I want to learn how to play Fortnite, and I find myself in these like say top 40 situations. What do you recommend new players do to try and like hold out, right? You get cracked at and something like, what do I do? What would you recommend they do in those situations?
Yeah, really, it comes down to an approach thing. I think you need to play it 150%. It's so easy in a public match it's a public match, I'm just going to fly at them. No, play it like a tournament scenario. Play it real time, feel the pressure, feel the intensity, and play for the win every single time. Play 150% like you're competing yourself for a $10 million Fortnite fall skirmish pool. If you play like a pro, you'll end up getting to that point. It definitely helps you get there. Practice like a pro to try and be a pro. In my opinion. That's why you see the likes of Ninja and a lot of these players that really say every single game I'm learning from, every single game I'm part of myself. You have to take that approach. I think it's more of an approach thing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, man. I couldn't have said it better either. I mean, that's exactly the way you want to play it. And I mean, obviously, as people are watching, if you're new to Fortnite, just watch how these players behave, right? They reset walls so that they're continuing to construct. You can kind of see through them, the way that they're building, how they edit. These are all things that you should take into account when you're learning to play Fortnite. It's a deep game, man. Yep. It's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's deep. That's the most beautiful way to put it. I think you put it. Yeah, you put it wonderfully. Deep. So many layers. So much depth to this game. So many play styles. Or so many ways to play. Look at your favorite player and say, I want to play like him. Adopt your own style of play. That's what's so beautiful about this. Look, I think there's a double revive going on. They're both going to opt for the passive play in this one. 31 alive still. So keep in mind 2 eliminations right now for the Oserve team, as they are looking to get themselves a point at least. But you still have to survive at least 10 more eliminations to get top 10. You see the format on the right side. Of course, when you see 20 players left, that means there's likely, you can assume 10 teams left, and you're in that top 10, and you're getting closer and closer to yourself that 1 point for 4th through 6th place.
That's right. Now the storm is starting to move. Everyone is trying to funnel their way into this new safe zone. I mean, we see it all the time. If people start to tunnel and they start to make their way, but we need to remember that resources are a key factor here.
Exactly. Especially being Willingwood's going to give you a nice little bundle of resources if you want.
That's a good point. You just constantly have trees that give you a ton of wood there, and
you can build out and hit the trees and the leaves up top.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some fights going on. This is the wild card team. Of course, Bowman also on that wild card squad. Not sure if he's still alive, but Alpha doing a good job picking up 1. He's going to build up here and fortify up. I'm liking the situation right now. Look at the mats. You see about 800 to 900 mats total for wildcard Alpha. He has full HP and full shield just about, a double barrel shotgun to his name, and a compact SMG. If you're a fan of this wildcard team, you're feeling pretty good right now, as Alpha's in a good spot.
Man, look at this. He's got the 3 shockwave grenades. He's got 1 rift on the go. He's got the minis if he needs them. I love that he's opting to take the super close range options, right? He knows it's Wailing Woods. We're going to be pushed together here shortly. So I'm going to have a double barrel and I'm going to have an SMG. I'm going to run at you, and one of us is going to be eliminated here. But
that's a great point. The close range component of that, you can just use a shockwave to basically close the gap. And talk about the importance of carrying mobility now, especially with this new meta, a lot of the new items that we're adding. It adds an element of mobility in your inventory. You have to play for mobility, and you have to carry mobility, which we didn't really see as much before. So I actually love where we're at right now with the Fortnite game meta.
Absolutely. Now we see players 21 left alive. The storm is going to start moving here. And now everyone's just scrambling. Everyone's doing the best they can to get to this new safe zone, taking shots left and right. I believe that's Mitra here just in front of Kazon. And now he's trying to get the high ground.
Talking about these kind of builds.
Yep. Trying to do everything he can to get these microwave and just ball out.
Yeah, and his teammate, keep in mind, does have a rocket launcher to his name. That's huge in the end game. You can disrupt so much cover, especially with the gold rocket launcher. And I like the loadout here as well for Chaos on Fire, or Chaos on Fire, sorry. as he does have a heavy shotgun and a compact SMG. Of course, that blue assault rifle as well to his name. Double elimination picked up for the OSERV team. They are looking great right now as well. So the wild card and OSERV squad duo is looking pretty solid.
And look where the new safe zone is. Not only is it just back where they came from, but now it's on top of a mountain. We see this literally time and time again. The mountain always wins when you need to move against it. Every time. What's cool is Wildcard has this rift on the go, so they can leave whenever they want. But don't forget the rift, when it opens, it takes more than the space of 1x1. So someone's even close by, even a little bit. If Wildcard pops, he moves one grid space closer, and that rift goes off, he's going with them.
There you go.
Okay, so just the two of them. Just the two of them.
That could have been dangerous. Now he's going to get high ground as well. That's huge from Alpha. Another, take it. Why would you take it? They're going to do it. They're going to take it as well. So that's going to give them even more high ground here, as they're just going to make nice and slow. Let everyone else eliminate each other as you're just sitting with your umbrella watching the action go down. Look at all this building. What a brilliant view right now from Alpha. It's almost like 4th of July as he gets to see the fireworks go down below him. And now he wants some fireworks of his own. Going to push it, takes out one. Is Alpha with the double barrel, and that's one elimination for him.
That is Pogsy going down. We're down to 9 players. I mean, that was beautiful. We saw them utilize the rift to go. They get high ground. They dive down on a player who then uses a rift, and they're like, cool, we'll just do this again. Thanks for giving us a little advantage here. And they come out on top because of it.
And I love it. Just like that. 6 players left in this game. Look how quick things devolved there, as now it is going to be the wildcard Alpha in a great position with Big Dominate up top to just stay alive, play for the lead here, fortify up as much as possible, which they're doing exactly that. And they're in a good spot here. Let's see what their heals are like, though. We might see ourselves another heal off. This would have been Cowboys' favorite games to play in. Of course, Cowboy on the North American side loves those heal offs.
Oh, Kaz on fire eliminated the storm. Again, we talked about it, man. If you try to face a mountain, mountain always wins. And a huge SSK drops him down. If he can find more rockets, did this player have more rockets? They did not. Wait, I think there was out in the storm.
He has a GL and
no way.
He's going to come in. It's not going to break through. No. He's in a world of hurt now. 10 HP. Needs to be careful. So now we have a 1 versus 1 versus 1. One person's low ground, one mid ground, and one high ground. The grenade launchers are going to be ripped here. Not going to matter. Not going to connect as those pyramids are going to deflect.
I mean, look, he also has 5 eliminations. Fallout. This is good. He has 10 HP left. What do you do in this situation?
He loses the heal off. He needs to fight, needs to play for aggression here. You have no heals.
Oh!
It's going to be Alpha that takes out the elim from up top. Well played by Alpha. And look at him. A med kit and a campfire. Alpha has this all but wrapped up here. Unless this last member can pull off a miracle.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know how heal off works, the only way you can activate a med kit is if you have less than 100 HP. You saw him wait for the storm to tick once, and then he started the heal. And now it's just textbook. Wildcard Alpha just wait. Look, he even started the emote. He's like, hey, look, all right, I'm going to start the dance off because I already know. I'm confident in my decision. That's crazy. So we've seen 2 heal offs back to back. That almost never happens.
Unbelievable. And some style points for Wildcard Alpha as he starts dancing as well. And not only that, but talk about starting the dance as the slow-mo comes in, and he's literally doing like a PowerPoint pose.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Alpha, 10 for 10, style points, med kit, and of course his gameplay was pretty good as well.
Man, that was a crazy game too. That was, I mean, so what I thought was the ultimate tipping point there was SSK used the shockwave grenade, and when he went up, he didn't break the top. Crazy. That would have been...
I didn't know that. I thought no matter what, as long as you're in the motion of having shockwaves, you learn something new every time you watch Fortnite apparently, but I thought as long as you're in the motion after initiating a shockwave grenade, you break through any cover. But you actually lose momentum, and once you lose momentum, look at that. Who would have thought physics applied here in Fortnite?
Real game.
Real game physics.
Fortnite's a real game.
Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. He didn't have enough momentum to break that cover and ended up costing him.
Man, down to 10 HP. Let's take a look at some of the replays coming in from game number 2 of the EU scene. I mean, so I would say of the 2 games we watched, Micah is probably like my top 3 favorites. What do you think?
Yeah, even though he hasn't made it to late game, I agree. Because some great things out of Micah. I really love what I saw of Alpha right there. He called out his inventory. And the fact that he opted for such a mobility-heavy inventory is awesome to see, and it really defines and tells the tale of how this metagame has evolved. I'm liking what I'm seeing of a lot of people, but Alpha is definitely up there for me.
We still have 4 more games. This is so much fun. I mean, getting to cast games with you, getting to watch this incredible action. EU shows up every time, man. They take no prisoners. And I mean, remember this was that the double dive play we saw. They activated their first drift to go. They dive on a player, and look at that wildcard alpha. After everything is said and done, he starts the heal off.
I love it. And I want to see when he starts dancing here. That's when he starts dancing. Look at that. We're going to deem that the alpha pose. Everybody do the alpha pose here.
Shoutouts to Alpha.
Shoutouts to Alpha. Style, like I said, style points. Creating his own dance moves, using the slow-mo. I love it. I absolutely love it. Great gameplay.
With that, he walks away with 3 points for the victory royale on top of any elimination thresholds he's met. So I have to keep you guys up to date as far as the scoreboard goes. But, man, what do you think after the first 2 games of the day? What are your thoughts?
Great gameplay across the board. We're seeing top-tier gameplay. You're right. Europe does not disappoint. A big shout-out to all Europeans watching right now, and, of course, the European Fortnite community for supporting in a major way. What great gameplay this has been. It's been a treat to see.
How are you enjoying all the action? Hit us with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. What do you think of Europe? I mean, these guys are insane. Send us your favorite moments. Talk about things you're enjoying about the format. This guy, how amazing he is. Don't forget to
Stop talking about yourself like that.
Look, I'm talking about you, Fallout. You and I both know Fallout's amazing. So hit him on Twitter. Say at Fallout.
2 T's.
Yes, 2 T's.
I appreciate that, though, my
Say at Fallout, I love you. .. At Zeigmas Prime sent me. That's all you got to do. So I want to see a lot of those. If I'm not seeing those, I'm disappointed in you. But I still love you. But I'm disappointed.
Please do me a favor and throw in a hashtag Zeke for president.
Oh, my.
We got to show some love to this guy. I mean, we absolutely have to. But,
oh, man.
That's awesome. We talk about social, the importance of letting us know your thoughts. That hashtag's amazing, so we can keep in the conversation. We won't necessarily see a lot of that stuff, so make sure to tweet at us as well so we can see some of your comments. We'd love to hear your feedback. Yeah. Maybe send us a nice picture of you doing the alpha pose.
Dude, the alpha pose, that's a new thing. So if you're watching on Twitch, you got to – no, cut back to this other camera, yeah. So if you're on Twitch, you need to clip this moment right here. And then hashtag alpha pose, at Zeigmas Prime, at Fallout. That's what I want to see.
The first time we got in that, just like about 5 minutes ago, I totally thought like it was going to be like almost like a stare off, and the first person to break I was the first one to break the pose. But if I didn't break the pose, I think you would have stuck with it for at least 7 minutes.
I would have got
at least 10 minutes.
I'm dedicated.
Would you guys have enjoyed that 7 minutes of it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. A big shout out to Alpha for defining and creating the alpha pose here today. What amazing game 1 and game number 2. And guess what? We have 4 more matches ahead of us in Europe. 4 more, but now a little bit of disappointing news is we got to go through a break. Oh,
I know, but it's okay. It means that we can all together collectively get up, get a little bit of stretch in.
Restore our hearts a little bit.
That's right. I can take it. I need a breather. I need to go get something to drink. Take time. Go get yourself something to drink. Get a little snack. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere.
Alpha pose.
The alpha.
We're not going to jump into squads, we'll just play some solos, that's all. And anyone, when the skirmish starts, just let me know. Start 9:30. I think yes, it started at 8:30 or 9:30. not sure. I think 8:30 I didn't even start stream. It should be 9:30 for sure. Okay, 9:30. It's almost like two matches got over in 45 minutes. is that I was trying to build, even though I knew I didn't have material. Chose a noob for sure. Okay, done with the game. Let's watch Skirmish. Seriously, lol, bro. It was not even like it was not even like third party. I thought of third partying them. I knew for sure that she's a noob, but I mean she had a shotgun, so I should have built there. Whatever. Let's go. Let's watch Skirmish. Oh, where is that? Where the hell should I? Man. Okay. Okay, let's get back to Skirmish.
And it's the entire club that's going to receive an additional prize outside of just people competing for the top 10 placements. So basically everyone wins.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Not only a prize, $4 million, up to $4 million awarded to the winning clubs, as announced in the details. If you have not checked out the details yet, go to the blog post on epicgames.com for all the information for fall Skirmish. It's been awesome to see so far.
Yeah, we also be updating the thread there, so you'll be able to see the upcoming format as well as the weekly trial. So definitely stay tuned, lock it in, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. We actually even talked about it kind of before the break. Since PAX, okay, so during the week of PAX West, the finals, the Shockwave grenade was disabled.
Yep.
Okay, so now we have that in game. On top of that week the Grappler came out. This week, we saw the likes of the Porta Fortress come out. We've also seen the Silence AR added to the game. Loot Lake, the Cube, a.k.a. Kevin, that was dubbed by the community, has sank into Loot Lake and has now made the late bouncy. On top of that, we've also vaulted the drum gun. So all these things together have changed the meta dramatically, I would say, and have really changed up how people are opting to run loadouts, you know, deciding where to land. You want to talk about that?
I love that you set that up perfectly, and we've seen it come to play already. The addition of all these items, really, to summarize it, we're adding an addition of mobility. So the ability to move from point A to point B really, really quickly has been added here. Porta Fortresses, grappler guns, so many different items that get you there. And we saw it happen in game number 2 already. We saw the Shockwave and the Rift double mobility loadout from Alpha. Guess what? He got to be the one that posed for the #1 victory round finish at the end of it.
Unbelievable. Now we are hopping into game number 3. I hope these people are looking at that. There's a lot of thanking the bus driver. Thank you guys for thanking the bus driver. This guy works tirelessly to just get you to where you need to go. So make sure to thank him when you can.
Good people, good Samaritans out there, of course, on the European side. What else can we expect? Some of the nicest people out there.
Oh, yeah.
As we have a chance to watch them in here. We go. You see the map on the left side of your screen, a nice even dispersion of players throughout the entirety of the island, and the action's about to break down. Game number 3 here. So once we're done with this, we'll be halfway done already, which blows my mind. I'm having way too much fun here, Zeke. It's been a pleasure to be casting this so far.
Dude, the honor is mine here, getting to hang out with the likes of Fallout. He's incredible. Again, if you don't follow him, you need to do it. He's incredible. But look at this, man. We already see players opting to make, you know, decisions where they're going to land. We see Junk Junction. We see a duo's actually split. They're so confident. They're like, hey, I'm going to take over Junk Junction. You hit up Haunted Hills. Viking Village as well. Tilted Towers is only occupied actually by 2 duos there. I mean, there's so many. There's still people en route to locations. Yeah. So
I mean, I can't believe it. Look at this. The bus actually started on the west side of the island, and typically in public live matches you see everyone drop early because they're impatient, they want to get to the action. Look at the exact opposite here. If you look at the overhead map, it'll show you everyone is on the right side. We'll get that pulled up as soon as we can, but only one team Shifty Shafts, only one team Greasy Grove, one team Viking Mountain, one team Junk Junction Haunted Hills, one team Pleasant Park, and one team Tilted Towers. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, man. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the new spectator mode client that we're debuting here for the fall skirmish. So we'll get to see pretty much everyone's perspective. On top of that, we also want to give you guys as much information as possible, so that whenever you're looking at the top right in that mini-map, you'll be able to see additional players. So there you can see there's an additional diamond up there. So that team doesn't know there's someone else there, but we know there. So again, it's just an effort to be transparent, to keep you guys up to date, give you as much information. But look at this. Shots already being fired. Hupek takes a huge hit there. Look at that. Aragonis cracks back and says, no. Oh, wait a minute.
Is that a double elim?
Unbelievable. Aragonis got the elimination on both players, but he lost his teammate in the crossfire.
All right. So Aragonis now with a whole load on his shoulders. He's going to have to carry his teammate, who's going to be sitting there watching, to victory. Let's see what he can do now in this one. We'll keep a close eye on him as he develops. Meanwhile, the OSERV team that we saw place, I believe, top 10 last game, game number 2, still alive here. No shields to their name just yet, but they're going to be advancing towards Dusty Divot, where there's, of course, the likes of Tim and Crabble would love to go there.
Yeah, for sure. We see, oh, Dav takes down Carrero there, and I mean, look at this. You just see players just going to town here. This is, I believe, what is this, Pleasant Park?
It's
Retail Row. I don't know what I'm saying.
Big fight at Retail Row. Gambit, Pate 1K.
Vermax
taken out there. Was Vermax, who was, I think actually we saw him fly with a shockwave grenade all the way over to that fight, is going to come out on top. So awarded for aggression. You like to see it there from Vermax.
Absolutely.
And look at this. Speaking of mobility, as a grappler gun at his disposal, some remote explosives picked up as well.
You love to see it, man. I take the grappler over it. I always make a spot.
You'll drop shields for it?
Okay. I won't drop shields for it.
I'll always make a spot. Quote it. Hashtag Zeke. I will always make a spot unless it's shields.
Unless it's shields. Look, I'll drop just about anything else except shield. Like if I have like one mini, I'll drop the one mini.
What about a gray pistol?
No. I need the gray pistol at all times. I need the gray pistol. No, I'll drop a gray pistol for it. Anything except shield.
Anything except shield. There you go. Good important clarification. Right after saying, I will drop anything
Now going forward, everyone's going to be like, wow, Zeke would drop shields for a grappler. He's so bad at the game. Listen, okay? I like the grappler.
I don't blame you, though. I think a lot of people would agree with you. The mobility is so crucial. Not only that, but I love the fact that it's so much less likely to get caught in the storm. Which means you're more likely to see better engagements. It's never fun as a fan, as a spectator, as a player, you know, to get stuck in the storm. That's obviously your fault if you kind of let yourself get put in that situation. But the grappler, the rift to go, so many of these different items give you a chance to really stay in the game here, and it's really awesome to see.
I mean, we saw
8TKs?
8TKs. For, you know, we don't see people typically take 8TKs, but what we did see is the last game, someone had a grappler in the final few circles, and they use it to change position and change their elevation. So, I mean,
awesome
the grappler is crazy versatile. Crazy versatile.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I mentioned earlier, Micah and the Vitality Squad are duos, a team that you've loved to see so far. And they're going to drop Risky again, 3 games in a row, and they're going to come out on top this time.
Tinny is here in Dusty Divot. We see the new item, the Porta Fortress down. This thing is a monster. I mean, it just takes up so much space. It gives you cover. It's got bounce pads if you want to disengage or, you know, go full send.
Wow.
Tinny goes down, though.
Look at this. It's G-Mast on a 1 versus 2, takes out Tinny, takes Crabble to low HP, all by himself, fighting an army in this power squad between Crabble and Tinny. Can he come out on top in the 1 versus 1, though? I'm loving what I'm seeing. Those peak shots were brilliant. If you're an aspiring Fortnite player at home, take some notes here as G-Mast is putting on a show.
Look at this. He cracks back, though. He's super low, and no way. Wow. Crabble takes down G-Mast. That means him and Tinny are back in the action. You'll love to see it, man. That was crazy.
Amazing plays from Crabble. He didn't even have high ground. On low ground, was able to come out on top with the elimination. That goes to show how skillful of a player Crabble is, and Tinny and Crabble live to see another day. All thanks to the 1v1 from Crabble. Well done. But you got to give your hat off to G-Master there. Look at this. Speaking of grappler.
You love to see it. Changing elevations, trying to get the drop on this player. He puts down shots. He's laying down the heavy.
This ain't no drum gun anymore, Mickey TV. Is the LMG, of course, is a little bit more spray and close range. He's going to get taken out there because of it. Wow, what an interesting turn of events there.
Now Sobs has to take time and heal himself. Look at this. Apostle finds himself that down, and now he's engaged here with Mickey TV. Can he lock it down? Or this is Mexi, I'm sorry. He's trying to get the high ground. Oh, Apostle, he goes down. It's just Mexi's going to secure the 11. Oh, no way his teammate was there.
Swoops in from nowhere. It's Train H Sops with the save. Wow. I mean, that was a millisecond of Mexi picking up the elimination. If he would have waited just a millisecond to shoot that tactical shotgun to get the elim, I think he would have gotten it. But the 1 to 2 seconds of invulnerability saves his life. What a play right there from Sops.
That
swooping it out of nowhere.
Unbelievable.
Only thing that would have made that better is if he had a grappling gun and flew his way.
Oh, yeah.
180 flick of the wrist saved his teammate. But regardless, it was still pretty beautiful.
Yeah, for sure. Look at that Fnatic. They disengaged there with a Rift. And now it's just Carnifex here. Look at this. So now they're skybound. They're just making their way over Tilted Towers. So Tilted is currently where the safe zone is, which is good. We saw only one duo team land at Tilted. Now Fnatic, they don't know this. They probably now know this now that there's shots coming out. But I feel like I would have almost opted to go Tilted. I feel like.
Interesting stuff.
Because then you're playing Gatekeeper, right? It's like everyone outside, if they're trying to make their way, like, oh yeah, Tilted's fine, everyone's gone. Well, no, Fnatic is there.
Yeah. I'm going to play a little devil's advocate just because that Tilted drop is right on the outskirts of the next circle. We talk about early rotations and the importance of early rotations. And again, it's really to each their own. Everyone has their own opinion on this. I'm a firm believer in early rotations. Get center circle and avoid the madness that is at the edge of the circle there. I think that was a right decision in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
I would have played him.
For sure. And that's the beauty of Fortnite, man. There's really no wrong answer.
No right or wrong way. Yeah.
It's only the wrong answer until when you get eliminated. Then it was the wrong answer.
Well said. Now, the Epsilon Sandel. Good shots picked up with his teammate. Of course, the Epsilon duo. It's going to be King and Sandel pick up 2 on the Solary team.
They use the Rift to go to disengage this fight. Now, keep in mind, the Rift is still there for 10 seconds. So this team could follow up.
And they did.
One is skybound. Yep.
Interesting scenario there. Meanwhile, in Dusty Divot, we see Madsen rotating with his teammate. No, and they actually love this spectator mode. And one thing as a spectator and viewer of Fortnite, you got to be committed. Look at the different UI or your user interface on your screen and the different clues, because you get to see now a parallel opportunity for FlyQuest Tinny over there if he wants to engage.
And Svenos here, currently going down. He's trying to get the high ground, but gets cracked.
Oh, no.
And now it's Le and Uran. They're trying to close in on Svenos. They know he is hurt, and they're doing everything they can to just try and down him. But Kinzel's there.
What a shot, what a shot.
Amazing support fire. And this is the beauty of duos right there. Svenos is in a world of hurt in a solos game. He would have been completely taken out. But because Kinzel's able to support with some great shots of his own,
God,
they both get away, but they're both alive here. But no, they're actually different teams. So the addition of Kinzel they are on the same team. I take it back. I apologize. I thought they had different arrow colors at the top right of the screen. But exactly, that's the beauty of duos right there. So well played by Kinzel.
Unbelievable. And now here we go over to another fight. It looks like there's 3 teams here. Aragonist has gone down to 2 up top.
Oh,
and this is Mitro, who looks like has swapped up his skin. He normally runs the Luchadores.
Yeah, so not having a reload right there, and his his assault rifle reloaded actually ended up costing him at least the shields of that opponent, but it's okay. He's just going to back out and reset in this scenario.
Bro, I don't know why I'm
looking for left with the Rift on the go.
Right.
So he's just now making his way back to Mitro. Like,
no doubt, Chap and 72 hours and Pouch are going to be
the other member of Wildcard. One of our favorite esports organizations. Big shot to them. We're sending over a few members of the Wildcard team over to PAX West in Seattle for the summer skirmish. He's competing today. It's going to be Povsy of the Wildcard team.
Ooh, we saw that they're trying to send grenades over, but Mitro's prepared. He just backs off and says, "Look, I'm not trying to mess with that. I'm just going to build this wall, this ramp. Let's just slow down."
Is that slurp juice? Sand to the right?
That was. He dropped a medkit and I believe the slurp juice.
Interesting stuff there. So now here comes the push. Looks like they're on the hunt. They want these eliminations. Keep in mind, they only have 0 right now for Povsy. Not sure how many Mitro has, but that 4 number is the threshold. They're going to try and get that. Raining grenades right now. That's a scary sight to see. What would you do if you're getting grenades rained on you in real life?
In real life?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I take out my blueprint. And
I built some walls.
oh wait, this is real life. No wait, yeah. So I take out the blueprint. Man, you know that's not in the spot you want to be, especially if you're down low and someone's just hailing grenades. Look at that, Tixi goes down. These are the power of these grenades. And you know what's really telling of their skill is grenades have a bounce, an initial bounce when they like touch an object. So being able to ricochet them correctly. I mean, Tixi was at full health, and that perfect bounce means he goes down, and now that team is in a 1v2 situation. So very masterfully placed grenade there.
Yeah, exactly. And look at this build battle. We saw the use of a pyramid. Actually, I believe that was Mitro that placed his own pyramid, and it ended up kind of getting him trapped in that scenario. Of course, Liquid 72 Hours was the one that really redefined that meta of pyramid placement as a defensive or offensive item and counter, and now we see almost every player doing it. So really cool to see the addition of that maybe about 5-6 months ago. And but right in there, that situation, Mitro placed his own pyramid that ended up kind of costing him. Not the cleanest edit either to get out of it.
Oh, they tried. Oh, there was 3 boogie bombs.
Was that are they just trying to have fun?
I believe they were trying to catch them off with the boogie bombs, hoping they would buy a little bit of time, but
not knowing the distance, the radius that it could travel, maybe. Because it did explode midair.
Yeah, it does have kind of like a total fall off, but look at this. Still 50 players left.
I love it.
I mean, look at the map. Fallout, look at this. So they've taken over Salty Springs, right? You've got 2 duos down by Fatal. You got 1 in the blue kind of making their way up. Down in the very center of the circle, you got those 2 blue teams right there.
Top mountain.
I mean, there's still so many people coming in. And look, there's 2 triangles moving very rapidly in right here. You got to assume they've probably rifted because they are moving. And
then the gray on the far left by Shifty Shafts, you have to assume they have a rift to go or something to be able to close that gap because they're playing for a defensive situation right now.
Yeah, they're far.
Yeah, they are very far.
So the way the circle closes, the closer you are to the actual circle, like the slower the storm around you closes. So if you're far from it, it's going to like overtake you quicker. But if you're very close to the circle, you actually have a little more time than you'd anticipate. So some of these guys are okay, but man, you're right. Those guys at Shifty Shafts, they need to start making these early rotations like you talked about.
There's slow side and there's far side. It's based on proximity to that next circle. That's what makes the difference between slow side and far side. You ever notice that as a Fortnite player, sometimes the storm closes a little faster than others. That's why. You got my man Zeke here breaking down the logics and the insights. I appreciate it. Awesome stuff here. Nothing but the best here from Zeke, guys. Every single week of Summer Skirmish he casted, and it was brilliant delivery. Really awesome to have him on board. A big shout to this man. Show him some love on Twitter. Zeke for PM.
No, you're too guys. Stop. Don't get him. Don't get him doing that.
At Zeke Miss Prime. Zeke for PM.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You deserve it, my friend. Things are slowing down here, so we can have some fun, but action's about to break down here momentarily. In 25 seconds, that storm will be collapsing, and it will be a smaller circle. Keep in mind, I think only we said 50 people. This is a lot smaller of a game than we saw 64 when that final circle was there in game number 1. Yeah. So like you said, people may be a little bit nervous in game 1. You're seeing them warm up a little bit and get a little more confident in game number 3.
That's right, man. And don't forget, with the current format, I mean, players are looking to earn points as quickly as possible. Victory hours are worth 3 points. Second and third are worth 2, and fourth and fifth are worth 1. And I mean, especially with these elimination thresholds, I mean, don't forget, if the duo combined can earn 4 eliminations, they get a point. So every single elimination matters. Even the difference in 1 point, we even saw this at PAX, 1 point is enough to just move you and skyrocket you through the standings. So everyone doing the best they can. Now it's like, you're right, they're all warmed up, they're halfway through. They're like, hey, let's start playing for this point.
Exactly. Look at this fight here. It's kind of an interesting one. We got low ground versus mid ground.
It's Wildcard Alpha.
Our friend Alpha. And Big Dominate, very weak. He's going to use the Impulse Grenade for mobility. He's going to be able to get some cover above himself as well. But his teammate that is in Clyde is going to be pushed up for aggression. He's going to get knocked a little over-aggressive here for Clyde.
I feel like Alpha is new talent to watch.
In a 1 versus 2 situation, not the best place to be in, but this is when our All-Stars rise. Can he do it? Marwana in a 1 versus 2. Alpha takes out his teammate in Clyde, so it's official now. Marwana left to carry his duo in this one. Is he going to drop? Yes, he is. He wants the fight here, and he's not going to get it. Good defensive building from Alpha Amons. Meanwhile, Big Dominate, who's very, very weak right now, all it takes is 1 shot from Marwana to pick up the elimination.
Oh, he managed to...
Beautiful.
Alpha cuts him off there.
Look at this, the walls, the defensive walls to keep him in the storm. It's going to cause him to get tagged up as well.
This is just ridiculous. Marwana now trying to maintain his high ground. He's in the storm. He's committed to this elimination.
Wow, he does have some bandages here, so he's comfortable. That's a smart play. Oh no, he's getting flanked. That was Alpha. Alpha is teeter-tattering with the storm here, just to get some shots into Marwan. Look at this, 1 versus 1. They're both low HP, and it's gonna be Marwan getting eliminated by the Storm there. What an interesting fight and breakdown that was. Alpha playing with confidence, and it's going to cost him his life as well.
He was also lost to the Storm there. Our power posing man from our last game, the victory out, he gets no points.
So in the end, the only thing that was gained or lost was my loss of breath, and nothing really gathered in that scenario. No points for either team, like you said, Zeke. Wow.
And look at this. We saw Tinny go down early on in the game. Don't you remember him and his teammate? His teammate saves him, and now they're back in the game. Tinny has 2 eliminations to his name, and look, Pavzi is down below. But keep in mind, Tinny doesn't have much in the way of ammo, even weapons.
Here's some grenades. One's going to go down. That's Pavzi. Tinny's going to be rotating low side because he gets a little bit fearful of those grenades, which can knock down his structure in an instant. Actually, no, Pavzi's still up. Pavzi's teammate that is down right below Tinny.
Oh, he's up top. You see him?
Oh, he is. Yeah, you're right. So it actually might be Crabble who's down.
Yeah, Crabble's down below. So keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching, if they have the same number below their name, they're on the same team. So Pavzi and his teammate have a 2. They're on the same team. Tinny and his teammate have 43. They're on the same team.
Clarity. Yep, that's beautiful clarity. I think well-needed clarity as well. Thank you for breaking that down. Meanwhile, Mitro, number 2. See if his teammate is still alive. Not sure if he is. It's going to be Crabble.
Look, Tinny is taking shots right now. He just needs to jump down. Look, Tinny's doing everything he can. He's like, look, Crabble, you helped us get this far. I need to try and pick you up. I need you.
Yep, and not only that, he got Tinny up a couple, maybe 10-15 minutes ago over Dusty Divot. So we're turning the favor here. You like to see it. Nice little teamwork opportunity. Now they're both back up with low shield or low HP, rather, and I would have liked to see Pavzi and Co take a little bit more aggression in that fight. Instead, they let them get the revive.
Yeah, but now they opt to bounce.
Ooh, he was laser, bro.
Taking shots. And now Ads is here as well, Edge of the Storm. I mean, look at this, 31 seconds till the Storm overtakes this area.
And Crabble and Tinny were both eliminated, by the way, at the bottom left of your screen there. So now we got the Vitality, French organization here, working their way over. Big shout out to the French Fortnite community, a massive community, a passionate community as well. Of course, the Vitality organization to be part of that.
Man, still 36 players left. Follow. We're now entering Salty Springs. This is where things. Oh, okay. So M11 takes him down.
And you know, I don't want to say I told you so by any means, but the early rotation helps out benefits there. The people stuck on the edges, trying to move into that rotation late, are just going to get lasered by the folks that are center circle already. So it goes to show the importance of early rotation. Get to center circle of the next circle before anyone else. Build yourself a nice 1x1. You're still in a good spot. Ninja loves to do that. A lot of these top players love to do that as well.
So let's called gatekeeping, where you just basically wait for someone to come in as they're backed into the storm, and you just put them off guard. You put them in a tough spot, and I mean, as you can see, those, like you're talking about, those early rotations, man, they put you in a really good spot. And now SSK trying to make a play here. He's outside near the storm edge. Now jam side finds elimination, which is good. His duo partner.
Yeah, playing with the border of fire right there. Not going to take any damage, actually. Well played. Good job knowing his surroundings right there. Meanwhile, jam side is mid-ground. They drop low ground and turtle up. So when you hear a lot of pro players use that term, turtling, basically like a turtle shell,
I am good, but
turtle into his shell, you're going to get low ground. You're basically getting a nice turtle shell of a 1x1 box on the low ground. Typically it refers to turtling on low ground. It can be anywhere, of course, as jam side is just going to post up and wait for everyone else to fight each other.
And as you saw, I believe their duo combined has 6 eliminations. That puts them at that 2-point threshold. That's huge. That's going to give them a ton of points. Now they're on the board. I mean, especially if other people are trying to do their best to earn eliminations and can't. I mean, you know, sub points are better than no points.
Bro, what did it, man?
Some points are better than no points.
Oh my God, man.
And I think that applies to most situations.
Like
golf. You don't want points in golf.
That's fair. That's fair. That's the one place it doesn't apply.
Yeah, exactly. On board still with 7, SSK 7. Of course, teammate of Jam side. Meanwhile, the Vic. Sees a fight going on. He kind of wants some action here.
Nightmare.
Go for it. He's going to let his teammate spray instead. Some good damage done right there. And look how intense this is. And a stink bomb. Because that's going to get some great damage. That's going to get eliminated down at least. Mitro takes out one.
I accept that.
Madsen takes out Mika, and just like that, it is going to be the Vitality squad, I believe, taking
out. Wait the ball.
Mitro, a Titan. Unbelievable. I mean,
man, that is one game I can tell like I'm a pro at it.
Look at this.
Madsen. Woo, going skybound
but
there.
Fortnite, no, bro. I can never beat you.
Again, man, we talked about it. So here's the thing: EU plays a little different. They don't play high ground as often as like NA does. NA is always high ground. EU is very close to the ground. They're very methodical. They build. You talked about it, tunneling. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. In late game, you see
I miss Chap and 72 hours and Pouch. That low ground building, that low ground tunneling, bro. I want to watch it so bad, man.
That is just, this is now my kingdom.
Oh,
yeah,
what
this is now my kingdom. That shot by the Vic picking up 1. But you see in these late games, a lot of tunnels created, or catacombs, as Dr. Lupo likes to kind of call them in his commentary, where people will create these little boxes for themselves, these little catacombs, which creates almost, again, tunnels, which gives them an opportunity, low ground, mid ground, or high ground, to be able to kind of work around, get as much of a land grab opportunity as you can, especially in these late game circles that are very, very small.
I'm only good at hitting shots.
23 players left. I mean, look, now we see where the new save circle is.
Ukes goes for a medkit and 14 bandages. He's expecting a heal off. He's playing for late game. Wow, interesting decision. I don't know if I would have done the same thing. I like to play a little more aggressive and go for elims. But again, different styles of play, different faces, different races there.
Demento's maintaining this high ground, but now we're going to start to see the storm move. Now we need to, so we have 10 seconds here before we're in a brand new spot. We'll get a new safe zone. Yep. But I mean, look at this. Everyone is literally scrambling, trying to get themselves safe.
I called it out earlier, but Dementos in a great position to win this game. They're just going to build themselves as much of a high ground and
these guys are kick-ass player, by the way.
Risky right now, actually.
If you watch his videos,
he has 2 med kits. He has full shields, full HP.
Oh my gosh. Vivek has another Porta Fortress. We talked about this last game.
Here we go.
Okay, let's really quick break this down.
But वो तगड़ा builder है, वो मानना पड़ेगा.
You have
compared to me, for
so
sure.
if I place a wall, I can edit it to be whatever I want. That means
compared
you as the enemy cannot. And here's the thing. Everyone that is the Vix enemy can place anything. If he drops that Porta Fortress, that means he owns the entire area. He can edit that entire area. And keep in mind that it's an instant build. Those are instant metal walls going up in a massive space. This is going to be a game changer.
Absolute game changer. Yeah, I'm excited to see that breaks down. I'm going to let you take that away because you've been beautiful point, because of course it gives you immediate edit rights to every single piece of cover in that area. Dementos, though, I called it out, about 25 people left, now 17 left, still in a great position to win this game, as he has 14 bandages and 2 med kits.
M1 also has 1.
Oh my gosh, 2 Porta Fortresses here. It's going to be the Vic that takes out elimination with the shotgun. That's a heavy shotgun for him, and now he's just giving himself as much of a perimeter as possible. And he's setting himself up for a nice Porta Fortress use here. Oh,
bro.
He's literally at the very edge of the storm wall. I think it's go time. I think one of these players needs to use a Porta Fortress. It's time. Lay your kingdom down.
And was it the Vic, and who else has one?
I honestly, it's been so.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's been
crazy.
So much
bro. Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome to the stream.
He has it out.
He has it out. Okay.
Welcome to the stream, bro.
He waits for the next circle. The next circle is a guaranteed.
You know what he could do?
Dimension.
So he can use
one
of two
stream,
offensively to set himself a space to move into, or he can do this, and he literally stopping players.
Like
they literally have to break through his metal wall before they cannot edit. Yep.
Was it double barrel?
To 100%.
They have completion. Look at this. So now a bunch of players are caught in this thing. They have to break the walls. There's fire left and right. 9 players left.
Nightmare, thanks for coming up for stream. We are all watching Skirmish so that we can chat and watch.
That's what I'm talking about. You have the space, you have the walls, you make the edit, and you find the eliminations.
Beautiful. They could not have made you look like more of a genius right there, because that's exactly what happened. What a great breakdown of action.
We had this game of watching it together. We used to chat and WhatsApp, but we can watch it
parallelly. Was taken out in that engagement, but Dementos, again, someone has high ground over him. He's going to... Oh, that's his teammate. I apologize. I got so
they're going to go for a heal off. There's no doubt.
These numbers better. I'm talking about being an observative viewer. I got to do it better myself. My apologies there, but nice job by Dementos, holding high ground, 2 med kits.
Are you kidding? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's another thing, man. You need to forget. You can't forget. The Porta Fortress also has a larger area. Dementos, though, drops down, takes a hit from the spike trap. And look at this. It's just players raining down, loot raining from the heavens. It's a 1v3. Sakner up top.
And he's not going to be in a good position here. He's outside of the storm. He knows it. He's medding up.
He's going to go for a heal off.
He's trying to go. He's up top.
What?
Can you find him? He's behind you.
Oh my goodness! Look at the action here.
Oh, what an end, man!
He's gonna take out one, a 1 versus 1 for the win here. He's gonna get taken out for a second place finish.
Bro,
oh my goodness! What an end right there. We need at least 5 minutes to break down what we just saw. That was brilliant Fortnite gameplay.
There was so much that just happened in that tiny... Okay, so we'll get some replays going in just a moment, but let's talk about there was a lot of things that happened. So first off, the massive game changer was the 2 Porta Fortresses, right? The first one goes down and keeps people from moving the way they want to move, right? They have to sit there and break down those metal structures. The second one was the second Porta Fortress.
Yep.
Solar guys put it down, Everyone's like, I'm going to move. I'm safe. And then he goes, I'm going to edit this wall. There's elimination. I'm going to put a spike trap here. I'm going to edit this. You fall through. Dementos, you get taken down. Here's my teammate. Yeah, Porta Fortresses. Wow.
Game changer. A lot of people were questioning how this would change the meta, how this would affect competitive Fortnite. I think those questions have been answered here in game number 3. I mean, the ability to use those 2 Porta Fortresses late game really do change absolutely everything. One big piece I want to break down was the very end game. We saw Dementos drop low side. I think that's a slight misplay on his end. Of course, he played phenomenal all game long, but you have 2 medkits, you have 14 bandages, and you have complete high ground. I like what they were going for there. It was a smart idea, leveraging the duo. So they said, hey, you stay high ground. I'm going to drop low side as the one member of Secret and go for some eliminations and try and make a hero play. You play for the win. Smart decision, actually. We used to do that very often back when I used to compete in Gears back in the day. It's a smart decision to make, but ultimately it did cost them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I agree. You know, if he had stayed high up top,
only 3 likes, guys. Make sure you like the stream and like and subscribe.
Now, granted, they did have the shockwave grenade, so you saw they immediately changed elevations. They were able to get an advantage on this player. But, I mean, you're right, man. If Dementos had just literally stayed just across the way, he would have probably been fine. They could have taken it to a heal off. He had 2 medkits.
Yeah, and talk about the other item that was a game changer there. Not only the Porta Fortress, but the Shockwave we saw, which ended up getting them the win, by the way. Unbelievable. There was too much to break down just in our discussion. We got to jump into some replays because that was just ridiculous.
So many highlights here in game number 3 of the EU scene. I mean, EU, I'm just always impressed. I just feel like they are incredible at adapting, and they make Fortnite their own. They make these decisions that
C-Force, bro. C-Force.
Like it happens.
As I told, whenever I watch Skirmish, only then I realize why
how did you do that? You know,
like C-Force so much.
And the thing is, everyone is like that.
Exactly.
Everyone is like that.
It's a very smart play. They're so intelligent, the Europeans. Not that their North American counterparts aren't, because they definitely are. But North America, we see a lot of hero plays. We see like the Ghost Gaming crew that's just so talented individually on the North American side. But EU, they just play so smart, so methodical. They play for each other, and it really shows.
Yeah. And I mean, I love with the addition of the duos. I mean, it really does change up the way Fortnite's played, right? So it's me and my partner, right? It's me and Follow. We're on a duo team, and I find ammo. Do I keep the ammo? Hey, Follow, do you need ammo? And you're like, dude, I need ammo. You know, these are things that come into play, especially when your teammate goes down. Then you got to think about it. I like to think about it in numbers. If your teammate goes down, you're now at a 50% deficit.
That's a really good way to look at it,
right? So it's like 50% of your power.
Do I
get my teammate up? Do I have to put myself in a weird position where I'm trying to save him? And especially with this format, it lends itself to securing elimination. So oftentimes, if someone goes down, they're probably going to be eliminated.
Yeah, I love the way you break that down. And that actually aligns with the same way we saw Courage and Dr. Lupo break things down at PAX West. We talked about resource management, right? Resourcing your materials, resourcing your HP, and really thinking of the game as a resource-based game. That's one more element of that. I love the way you break that down. Your teammate's life is a resource. 50% less efficient, 50% less active with a teammate down. You got to be smart. You got to value your teammate's life, sometimes more than your own life.
Yeah.
And did you just commit to us being duos? But is that like a Valentine's Day ask?
Pretty much.
Are we a new duo?
Yeah, no, of course. That was I just figured. Fortnite. Yeah, I'm down all the time. When we get back, of course. I'll just play on I'm actually playing on my phone right now.
Yeah, sorry guys. While we're casting, it's actually really impressive.
Exactly,
I'm actually I'm running around.
5 dB कम किया है उसका आवाज
really funny.
और मेरी आवाज full है.
Just so much things.
Probably now it should be clear for everyone.
I love seeing the grappler plays. I mean, I honestly want to see more grappler. I feel like people are maybe underutilizing them. That mobility tool, we kind of saw one of the players as the Jonesy skin. He was literally just changing elevation, like because the thing is, the grappler literally.
Karthik is Digits YT. I think he's already there in the group.
So someone's like, I'm gonna build and get high ground. You're like, sure, waste mats. One grapple shot for your.
But I hope Skirmish की आवाज कम नहीं हुई ना. It is good enough now.
TSM Daquan voice, my high ground.
High ground.
Easily done.
वही बोला Digits
You're right.
मैंने बोल
People,
दिया
I want to see the clips. Where are the Twitter clips? Where are the plays? Where are the grappler plays we're used to seeing on YouTube and on Twitter, and then of course in Twitch clips. Of course, people playing a little more passive here. They're not going for the hero plays as much, but I'd love to see it.
Yeah, for sure. What do you guys at home think? Hit us with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Let us know how you're enjoying all the action. Make your predictions. What's your favorite club? Get us with the hashtag. You can see. There they are. Boom. What's your favorite
Lucky
team?
Llamas,
What's your favorite
Push
team?
Bandits,
Lucky
Dusty
Llamas
Dogs
for days.
What?
Double L's, triple L's.
Tags,
double Lucky Llamas for days. I'm a big fan. Hope for a chance to represent.
Guys, just confirm me if the Skirmish audio is not too low. I've just dropped it by 5 dB, so it should be fine now.
Let's take a look. So
but Kinstar's leading. This is the first time I'm watching standings.
In Hunter, with 14 total points. Right behind them, Jamside and SSK. Master
fan, my
third,
boy.
Skix, King Hopens in fourth, and Beehive and Bowman in fifth. And I mean, as you saw, Bowman with that second game heal on.
Probably play for a while when
again,
after the next match there'll be a break. Probably we'll start playing them.
1 point is literally going to send people into that 7th
Bro, this
spot.
comes once in a week. We play Fortnite every day, so I really want to watch it with you all guys.
This is amazing to see.
We can chat together and we can enjoy it.
We could talk all day about big storylines.
You get to learn so much, man, from this.
People like that, but
Power is playing, bro. Power is playing. He's just playing with someone else.
In first place with 14 points. I think a lot of that is elimination based. So awesome. This hold the throne format is really paying off here. You get the additional 2 points if you're holding the throne at the end of your game. If you have
so much gap in between.
And don't forget, at the very end of it all, whoever owns the throne at the end of things will also receive an additional prize outside of the placement.
सबको सही आ रही है प्रताप, तेरे को क्या प्रॉब्लम? वॉल्यूम ज़्यादा कर अपने फोन का. हर बंदे को सही आ रही है मेरी आवाज.
We've seen him time and time again.
वॉल्यूम ज़्यादा कर, तेरा वॉल्यूम शायद कम है.
He is not. Anytime you see someone and they're like, "Is that Kinstar?" and they get eliminated, they're like, "That was Kinstar." He's just such a great player. Yeah. He's also incredibly consistent. That's one thing we've seen about him throughout the weeks is he does the same things the same ways. He doesn't skip a beat. He doesn't miss. If you give him an opportunity, he's going to take that inch and turn it into a mile. That's Kinstar.
I love it. And I would compare him to maybe a not Vivid, Liquid Vivid on the North American side. Just always performs, always consistently at the top, and always able to hit his shots and connect when it matters the most. Kinstar, of course, is
when did Kinstar join Fly, bro?
And of course, many of those summer skirmishes as well.
You'll love to see it, guys. Don't forget to hit
us here goes my moderator.
What do you think of all the action? How are you enjoying it? #Fall Skirmish.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. And of course, let us know too. Tag us as well.
They know it better than anyone.
Your responses and check out the action. We'll of course keep up with the hashtag as much as we can.
Not a break, please.
A lot easier, and we can check it out in our timelines as well.
Yeah, for sure. And don't forget to @Fallout. You're amazing. I love you. .. @ZekeMissPrime sent me.
Oh, don't forget.
Hashtag
Zeke for PM.
That's not.
Everybody, Zeke for PM @ZekeMissPrime on Twitter. My friends, I'm sorry, it's like a love show now. We talked about Valentine's Day earlier. We're a new duo. It's a new love. We're in the honeymoon phase.
Yes,
but it's been a lot of fun here so far. We've really had a blast. I gotta check if there's any alpha pose selfies.
Oh yeah, I mean we saw Alpha win game 3, and he just ended the game like this, and that's slow mo. I mean. Dude, I just thought about it too. We have 3 more games.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
We're going to be hopping into game number 3 here shortly.
We have 6 more games after that. I love it.
Yeah, we have 6 NA games later today.
It's like a holiday. Sometimes
Digvijay Singh is in the house from the starting.
We get a Fortnite holiday every single Friday, and now 3 days within the week potentially as well. It is awesome. Awesome stuff.
Absolutely. So here we go, hopping in.
I hope he's there from when the stream started.
Here we go.
Yeah, bro.
Is there anything you're hoping to see these players do differently?
Here's one thing in particular I'd love to see
just from a
pure entertainment casting standpoint. Let me know in the chat. Of course, on Twitter using Fall Skirmish as the hashtag if you'd like to see as well. Tilted Towers. We've seen one team drop there every single game. I want some confidence. I want some tilted fights. We know it's Aiden's Towers or Nick's Towers on the North American side. Europe, who's going to claim those towers today? I would love to see some Tilted Towers fights if we get it. I
think what it is they're scared. They go to Tilted Towers, and they know Nick and Aiden aren't in this lobby. But I think there's maybe this fear. It's like, maybe if we go there, are they just going to show up? Am I going to open a door and Aiden's just there?
It's like a mini boss fight.
Exactly. It's probably what it is.
And it's flexing his traps, and next thing you know, you have no shields. It's like interesting stuff. That's a good point.
For sure.
Maybe that does happen. Anything can happen. We have a cube that melted in the lake that made it bouncy. And Nick can appear in Tilted Towers any day. It really could happen.
Absolutely. I mean, he just shows up with all his muscles, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Oh my gosh, we just saw the clingers go out. Okay. Oh,
beautiful. And I love what we saw right there from the Reaper skin is the ability to use right-hand advantage. And that's something that's not talked about enough in competitive Fortnite. It's a third-person game, which is brilliant, gives you a wide-angle view, and means you have a slight advantage when you're fighting to your right side than you do fighting to your left. Some players can use that to peek, can use that to hold an advantage, and you can really see the entire opponent in entirety without them seeing any of you or maybe just your arm. It's a beautiful, beautiful power play and something that
one of my favorite
you don't see it happen enough, I don't think, or talked about enough here at the commentary level.
There you go. So if you're looking to level up your gameplay, take advice from Fallout. Learn to utilize the right side of the screen because he's absolutely right. You get so much advantage out of that. But look at this point-blank fights. Oh, wow. Fnatic Power finds himself an elimination there of that Vitality Edge, but immediately Yoshi from Solary is here and cracks back with an SMG.
Brilliant third partying right there from Solary. You hear a fight going on, maybe across the street. You know something's happening. You know they're going to be weak. They're going to be tagged up from the damage that's done. You got to follow that up immediately. I like the confidence early on from Solary. They're going to come out on top in the Salty Springs fight. I also love what I saw from Fnatic there. I think that was a member of Fnatic. He knew that Vitality Ads was hurt, and he, again, brilliant use of resource management, knew that he had more resources, or more HP in this case, to take that fight with confidence and come out on top. Brilliant play from Fnatic before they got taken out by the likes of Solary.
That's right. Now their other dual partners, Fnatic Ethics and Jarl, are here in Viking Village, or Valhalla Village. I don't know, what do you call this place?
Viking Village personally, by default, but Valhalla, I like both. You're the same. See, we're always on the same page.
Yeah, Viking Village, dog. I try to coin things and name places before anyone else. It doesn't always work, but you know.
You've done a couple of them.
Viking Village, I think, has been the only one.
You're a Twitch emote or a meme on Twitter. So I've seen a lot of that stuff.
Oh,
pretty cool.
God.
It's happening.
You wanted me to stream on the Ice Quality? There was no difference.
For this elimination, which he
does. Not easy to do against the likes of
I'm streaming at the Ice Quality now.
Done from Severin. Severin, who is really a breakout player on the European side. I expect big things from this young man. He has been such a phenomenal performer. Played at PAX West, did not qualify, unfortunately. But I think
streaming at 720p considering everyone.
Solary, with such aggression, such speed, and agility, they take that 2 versus 1 third party and they come.
Guys, just drop me in 1080 or 720p.
Kiss stream
they
both go in and they just say, we're going to commit. We're going to.
I need the chat.
We're just going to take this player. Take that elimination for
720 was okay, or
duos, you see a lot of styles of play in kind of in meta games or in mid games. You see sometimes a bait and switch. Sometimes you have to make the decision like they just did right there. We need to play with aggression. We need to barrel stuff or get in the face of the opponent.
It doesn't make a difference
right there. So a little bit.
I was just putting it on 720 so that there's no delay in terms of
they come out with the elimination.
Okay, 1080. Let's stream at 1080.
It's right back. Right back over to Pleasant Park. Solary MZQ goes down. It was Windwalker here who takes him down and confirms the elimination there. So now it's Airwalks here as well. And it looks like they're just going to own Pleasant Park. There's one more player. Remember, this spectator client, all the players within the vicinity, so we can very clearly see it was up front there. And unfortunately, he is taken down.
Bro, I'm really not sure you can do that from YouTube because I don't have the copyrights.
Players peeking down on
Twitch se stream kar sakte because har banda switch karta hai.
Southwest of the map, with 71 players left. Man, this is just changing. There's action happening all over the map.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm streaming from Twitch. Because
I love it. Look at this. Solary is representing today. How many Solary players are competing? A big shout out to them as it's a testament to their skill.
That's fine, bro. I can stream at 1080.
Picking up an elimination at the bottom left of your screen. Senpai getting taken out as well in this one. It's been really, really exciting to see a lot of this gameplay so far.
And now taking out the overhead map. I mean, we now know where the next circle is going to be. It's going to be closer down to the lower half of the map, which is good. But just take a look at all the teams. They're still pretty evenly spread out. You know, you've talked about this a lot, Fallout, and that is making early rotations. We see people all the way out in Junction. They need to start making their way over. It's a far walk unless they have a rift to go. There is a rift near Junction, just down south there a little ways. But look at this, a huge hit. Airwalks. Hits Airwalker for 40 damage at range.
शायद स्पीकर में सुन रहा है इसीलिए मेरी आवाज कम आ रही है शायद पता नहीं मैं जो भी बात कर रहा हूं यार उसको समझ में आ रही है और हर बंदे को समझ में आ रही है
names here in this one. I like the use of the bounce pad right there. I'm still at the point where I'm not used to that Porta Fortress. I forget that there's bounce pads since I'm used to the Porta Fort, and I'll accidentally drop and fly across the map. Of course, Airwalks, a pro player, is more than familiar with the function of that new item. He's been putting a lot of practice time in and grinding and getting ready for this one. Here we go. Interesting engagement. One-on-one. Windwalker's ready for it. The build-off is about to ensue. Windwalker does have height advantage. He's going to tag him up for about 60 HP right there. Well played from Windwalker as the battle of the walks or the walkers. Currently Windwalker on top.
Everyone is trying to commit and say, I am the better wind user of some kind.
Air, wind. All sorts of
He's gone.
And Windwalker now loses his advantage. And how much HP does Airwalks have? 10 HP, and he comes out on top in that engagement. Well played. Wow. And air greater than wind. It's official. Hashtag tweet it out. Air is officially the superior to wind.
It's so much fun casting with you. Over to Lucky Landing, Skype and Camo against Unique Marijuana here. I mean, we saw Marijuana show up last game doing very impressive things. So now you know, who do you think takes this fight? Especially now that they have a zone advantage. They're at the edge of the map. They don't really have to. They can basically take their time, if you will.
Yeah, I like the situation that Marwan is in. He currently has a big shield to his name, purple heavy shotgun, SMG right after that. It's of course a blue SMG, and full health, full shields for both of them. Here's the thing though, sometimes you're not aware. They don't get the little marker indicator of
yeah,
I
doubt that
know
too.
that the Ghost and Skite team are
Ghost के players
right now.
Europe में भी है,
पता
नहीं
such
था.
aggression. I wish they did have that intel because they'd be playing a lot more aggressive right now. But I think Unique's in a good position right now.
Definitely. So now 30 seconds left until the storm.
But I'm becoming a fan of Natil
Oh
nowadays,
my
man.
gosh, there's actually players
Who else
out
agrees
at
with
the
me?
very edges of the storm right now. People are in Tilted Towers making their way in. And now this is where things are going to slow down for a moment. We've got 64 players left in the current lobby. It's the next safe zone.
By the way, how many people know Fatal? Sorry, Natil.
Figuring out where does they need to go to get safe, but Incline sees Camo up top. And he's going to try and take a shot. Probably Opsot too. I mean, they're up in the sky. It's a pretty tough shot to make. So, but Dav goes down to Holly Gamers. She's going to look to secure the elimination. There you go.
Played from him, his teammate, Mr. Kuroro, very impressed by
more clearly,
game number 2. He's going to come out with the elimination as well. So 2 separate 1-versus-1 fights, and it comes out, it works out for them. Meanwhile, big fight ensuing. It's Marwana and his teammate.
Yeah, he just joined
against Ghost. Ghost
I'm following him from
this one. Skite's getting tagged up as well. So good position.
He was not a part of this, but
they had. Now it's even greater. And Clyde's going to pick up one. He's going to die to fall damage.
Seriously?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
And he gets knocked.
Jackson, watching this.
Oh gosh.
It looks like he'll be able to get the revive. He should be okay.
He's like, look, I'm going to pick up this loot before I come and get you. I love you, but I'm going to... He's trying to open the door. He can't open the door because his teammate. There you go. All right,
1 million bot Tony,
Get
lol.
inside. Okay.
Camo.
That's a good suggestion.
Playing with aggression here. He knows the revive's coming. Marwana's just going to bait the revive here. So interesting situation now. Will Ghost go all out?
I think he goes for. Oh, he's not going for it.
He can hear. Camo can hear it right now if he goes to the revive. So it's too late for that. Or he can bait it though. He can easily click the revive button, which is most likely E in his case, and then be able to stay alive, stop reviving, and bait the push from Camo. How's he going to play this one?
He gets the revive off.
You're right.
Yep.
Wow.
Camo maybe played it a little too safely there. He's just trying to find out information. So as you can see, but that means that he's able to get his teammate.
I mean, he has all the information he needs.
नहीं यार मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ यार मतलब false skirmish लगा के अगर वो title match करती है इससे कुछ किसी टाइप के copyright की wish नहीं कर रहा मैं.
And he goes down there.
Just written.
I mean, Marwana playing it really well there. Look at that. Now his teammate Incline's up as well. He'll top off, collect loot.
Any kind of
on the edge of the island as well.
Yeah.
In a great position here. We talked about it earlier, and they ended up coming on top after we did call how good of a position they were in. Now, big fight going on over here. Rocket launcher in the hands of Mitro. Mitro, he's been a performer and a blast to watch so far. Nice building as well. And he's going to get high ground. Well played from Mitro. Close to losing that high ground though, but he maintains. Misses that first shot, trying to connect here. Looks like one teammate is down low side. Mitro gets tagged up pretty weak here. He's still building up higher and higher into the sky now. Goes Mitro. He says, I'm out of here. Rift to go. Is someone else going to grab that? No, he's out. Well played.
He is out. I think that was the best play you could have made. You know, his teammate was down.
Look at that.
Yeah, the Storm is going to start making his way in. And look, as you can tell from the spectator mode here, there's also 2 other teams there pinching that team that he was engaged with. So it's just best to cut your losses. Say, look, teammate, I'm sorry. I need to play for another day, though. We need points.
Well said.
And look at that. Svenos goes down here in this replay, and he had a port of Fortress.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy.
Massive, massive. Meanwhile, Kinzel playing with Svenos. So Svenos' teammate here, left in 1-versus-1. He wants that port of Fortress back. Jetpacks can take it if he wants to. He's going to edit. And what a fight this has been so far. Of course, the winner will be rewarded with the port of Fortress here. As Kinzel using that grappler to get high ground, but almost takes some fall damage there instead. Martin is down. Not sure if he realizes it.
I'm really sorry for that.
Man, he's just doing it. Oh!
Bro.
So he was doing a great
what is
job
making
of
this
keeping
skirmish so
Jetpacks
exciting?
Getting his teammate up. The pressure
There's
was great.
port of Fortress, which is so defensive.
Prepared for it, takes
and
a
there's
shot.
shockwave grenade and grapplers is so aggressive.
Not necessarily what Kinzel
The
did
combo
wrong,
and the fight against each other is going to be kick-ass, bro.
Pressure,
the way people are going to use it.
A few seconds away from getting eliminated due to down but not out damage, and instead he's able to stay alive. Well played.
Yeah, man. You could tell he was very calm, and that led to him being able to revive his teammate. And now they both top off with a med kit. You love to see it.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You love to see it. But
back in the action here.
But as we saw from the mini-map, players are still starting to move in. We've got 44 players left alive in this lobby. We got So we got a bunch of teams here in Dusty. We got a few in retail. Salty Springs is currently a hotspot, and more teammates are going to be starting to make their way over there. Paid 1K.
But Shady just confirmed me that there's no copyright strike if you watch it from YouTube. So I'm just going to switch to YouTube.
Man,
Give me a
if he
second.
had decided to engage there, he would have been met with a trap. So very well played there. Not just trying to run through as quickly as possible. Just, again, it's this methodical play we see coming out of EU. Everything feels so precise. It feels so tight.
Yep.
They're just constantly on.
Let's go. Thanks, Shady, for the confirmation. Shady again tells that it is little doubtful because YouTube copyrights a lot. So I'm really sorry. I'm going to switch back to Twitch. Guys, I don't want to take any risk, man. It's going to be same. My internet is so good that I can stream at
very soon here. Oh, wild card alpha as well, still in this game. We saw him with the
I can stream at 1080p at Twitch. Not a problem.
Earlier.
Let's stream.
I love it. Awesome stuff here. So VP.
YouTube is only at 720.
Big
bro.
fight here.
This is at 1080.
And
And I hope the stream is not lagging. My internet is fast enough to stream 1080p. So I hope you guys are enjoying it.
Picks up the kill on left. Gets the elimination on left.
Switch
and
back
just
to
like
Twitch.
that, it was actually 2v1 in favor of the VP team. Well played by them.
Man, 25 seconds before the storm starts to move yet again, Fallout. I mean, we still have 41 players, so we saw that last game as well. I mean, these lobbies are still so full and so stacked of players. But I mean, look, a lot of the players have actually made their way. If we could take a look at the minimap here in just a moment, a lot of players are actually within the safe zone. There's only a few teams that are out with outside of the circle. I mean, look, so these are a lot of them right here in Salty Springs. I mean, look at that. So many teams are just fine. They're in Dusty. They're just waiting. But there's a lot of that space up top that's unused.
Yeah,
I mean, players might want to just, I mean, well,
Again,
here's the back and forth, right? You could say, okay, well, if I'm, say, that team that's just in front of you, Ron, I could take that north side and just relax.
Yep.
But they've got center circle. So they're making these early rotations, right? The moment that circle then collapses, they get to know exactly when the next circle is going to be.
This map is brilliant because this map purely shows the importance of early rotations. And the point that we were making before is only 2 or 3 teams rotate center circle here. Look how many people are on the outskirts. That fight in Dusty Divot on the outskirts of that circle, thinking that they're safe. You're not nearly as safe as you think you are. Get center of the circle. Literally, create. Use your marker, the brilliant new marker system in Fortnite. So put a marker center circle, get there ASAP, and build yourself a 1x1. And now this big fight in Dusty Divot is going to result in a lot of eliminations here.
Jam side here. And again, this is just outside of Retail Row. Now he's pretty okay, right? He's going to top off with some shields. He's got 1 elimination. And hopefully his teammate has some, because don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, everyone's fighting for eliminations. If their duo can find 4 eliminations, they get a point. At 6, they get 2. And at 8, they get 3. And man, the scoreboard right now is very close.
41 people still on the island and left to fight for these final few circles. Looks like some important minis are going to be picked up right there by Jam side. And Clyde right below.
Sure.
Sop's going to pick up an elimination on Martin, and Teaksy getting one as well.
Thank you,
Bottom left of your screen right there.
See you later.
And it looks like people are finally starting to disperse a little bit. Want to see those early rotations come through. Teaksy going to continue to pop off with an elimination on Midstar.
Oh, wow. So they that was actually a sick play. So they box in an area and drop grenades within that area. So the moment that one goes off, the rest are going to fall in and start blowing up and cascading.
After this match, probably we'll start streaming and we'll continue streaming. Okay.
Now. We saw him earlier making plays, representing Unique against Jam side in a big fight here. Moana's going to go down, actually, so it's all up to Clyde. And Clyde all by himself. It's going to be Wildcard Bowman who picks up the elimination. He, of course, was also at PAX West in Seattle and qualified, I believe, for Monday in the finals in that one. All up to Clyde here. Ooh, couple grenades. Of course, no friendly fire, so he'll be safe to launch those as free will.
And you heard those sounds. He's definitely popped the shields of a player down below. And man, is that SSK looking at me? He's like no HP at all. They're trying to secure this elimination. SSK goes down. It's in Clyde. He just needs to be very careful.
Can you believe it? In Clyde. In a 1 versus 2. Takes out
good.
1. All left to a 1 versus 1 against Jamside here. Can in Clyde do it? Can he be a hero for his teammate Marwana, who was taken down earlier? All on board with Jamside, and Jamside going to connect for the elimination. And Clyde did not pick up the elim on SK7, so that's going to be a revive. And 1 less elimination for Clyde right there. That might have been enough to pick up an additional point. Wow. Interesting way that action broke down.
Huge clutch coming out from Jamside. He gets his teammate up, and they live to fight another day. Or as Nick A30 once said, you live to be eliminated another day. Which, that's stuck with me for pretty much since he said it.
Yep, that is a very valid point. Unless fight or be eliminated, unless you're, of course, taking home that victory royale, which is always very sweet.
Exactly. But man, look, so we're now 30 seconds here before this next safe zone will show itself. Again, this spectator client is magnificent. I mean, taking a look at the top right, you can see exactly what players are. Now, keep in mind, we can see that, they cannot see that. So this is just information for us. But man,
grenade right there. Any international basketball fan knows a beautiful LeBron James grenade for Giannis Antetokounmpo if we're talking Europe. Well placed right there. Beautiful, beautiful plays from Vermax. He picks out one down.
He's gonna get so many kills with his grenades.
Look at that. There's just so many players there. He could just keep chucking grenades and potentially find an elimination.
Beautiful.
They opt to disengage.
Mid-flight.
Oh, dude, that would be crazy.
That would have been like a fadeaway jumper.
Yeah, exactly. And then he just finds like 5 eliminations and we lose our minds.
I would lose it. You're right. And that's we haven't seen grenades being really held to late game. A lot of people don't opt to hold on to those grenades, at least so far of what we've seen today.
Yep.
And I love it. Uncommon item that still has some great late game potential, and we're showing right there why they're important for Max, showcasing a variety of gameplay.
Just so much craziness happening here in the final few circles of the game. 28.
And the Vic sitting in a great spot right now with full health, full shields. He, of course, is representing the club Fortnites. You know, like I said, this is Game 4, by the way. I did mention earlier on the broadcast, you have until the end of Game 4 to pick your allegiance, pick your
We'll probably skip the last 2 games. We'll start playing after this match.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. It's okay. We're fine.
Real scary.
He's going to die if he falls from here.
And a good way to pick your club is find your favorite player and cheer them on, cheer on that club. Maybe your favorite group of players. Representing what? Of course, find these players' Twitters. They've all announced it most likely, and for the most part on Twitter as well, which clubs they're part of. But the Vic, who's been playing really well, part of Fortnite's, looking to be in a good spot here.
And still, man, we still have 28 players left. Yep. Nothing has happened. There's been shots. There's been a little bit of things happening. Oh, Bowman moving forward with that bouncer. That's a great way to cover some distance because now look, now the storm actually is on its way.
Yep.
It's going to start overtaking this area and shifting. So players are going to start scrambling. They need to get safe as quickly as possible. But now these players just play gatekeeper.
Yeah, and can you believe that? Bowman and Beehive's able to rotate all the way to center circle without taking much damage at all. It goes to show good movement and good mobility items can really help you succeed. Those bounce pads right there really help them out. And look at the mini-map and this beautiful spectator mode. The top right of your screen, you see so many arrows, so much activity. And what a different late game we saw than game number 1, where really no one was mid-ground, no one was high ground. This time the exact opposite is we see these brilliant structures built.
All the gamers up top was taking shots. We've got a bunch of players down low, and now Fallout, we're going to get a brand new safe zone.
So fucking crazy,
I didn't want to say it, but basically I was going to say I hope it doesn't move outside the current zone. So that was an addition we saw with this last season, was that storms can now, the safe zone can move outside into the storm. And it basically forces players to move, right? People can't just say, I'm going to box up and be safe here. It's like, no, I actually have to reassess what's going on. We have to make our way to this new safe zone with 30 seconds left to get Wildcard Alpha with like 3 HP.
Unbelievable.
Strike the pose. Wildcard.
That would imagine in the middle of all that.
Just really quickly.
You can come online when the match is about to end, bro.
Crazy. But yeah, you're right. This is as max of a rotation of the circle and the final storm as it gets. You have to run cross map. Be tight here, and I expect a lot of crazy pushes as everyone will be flowing almost like a swarm, an army of ants pushing towards that final circle. And there you have it, a double elimination by Vic with a clinger grenade. Only 1 left. He threw 2 and he picks up 2. Beautiful plays right here, and here comes the swarm of ants as mentioned before.
They are now trying to make their way to safety. As you can see from this view here, I mean, look at this. Everyone is literally scrambling. They're building on top of each other. They're cutting each other off. They're changing elevations. I mean, look, Vic is trying to join in on this fight. He sees a player there engaged with another. And here within 5 seconds, we'll finally land in the current new safe zone. And then yet again, Fallout, we're going to see a brand new, look at this. Again, it moves.
Unbelievable.
On top of that, Fallout, it moves on the very lip of the Dusty Divot. So they have to go up and over this.
Oh my gosh, it'll be crazy.
This is going to spell disaster for a lot of players.
I absolutely love it. This is almost like New York City on a busy traffic day.
This is a game I was waiting for.
Regard for one another. They are flying, and they have their own agendas.
The next circle,
like West Virginia, given the amount of hills that they have to climb here in Dusty Divot.
Yeah, that's fair, man.
I gotta the Alps maybe.
It's gonna be so insane.
I gotta use more European references.
The next circle, you have to get out of that.
London on a busy day, maybe instead it's the Alps. There you go. Sorry, friends.
We've only got 18 players left, Fallout. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the current format is hold the throne. So players are fighting for points. Victory is worth 3 points. Second or third is worth 2. And fourth and fifth are worth 1. And don't forget about those elimination thresholds. These duo teams are looking for as many eliminations as possible. At 4 points to get, or 4 eliminations to get 1 point. 6 eliminations is 2.
So many
8 eliminations is 3.
Crazy. Now we're seeing it. The mountain is literally blocking people from progressing forward. And there you have it, a nice flank to come through from the Vic. The Vic is still alive, he finally gets eliminated. All down to 15 people, we were just at 18 just a minute ago. Make that 14, trap plays are coming in. These players are clutching up when it matters the most. On board with Beehive, and look at Miz sitting with top circle. The
oh my god,
Miz and a shot
grenade.
He's in a great spot.
Bro, what plays, man, what advanced plays,
oh my gosh, Fallout. The Storm just moved again, and it's back down where they came from.
Oh my goodness.
The Storm is just playing games right now. We've got 10 players left, and look, the remote explosive's coming down. There's a player going down. This is coming down to the wire. 9 players left. There goes
bro.
Taboo takes down DK.
Yep.
And Hunter.
A minigun with 800 rounds
of ammunition.
And a rocket launcher. He has high ground. He has a minigun. We don't see this end game loadout very often, and Miz is making it work brilliantly.
Oh no. That was so close. He almost fell down. It's okay though. Dude, honestly, I feel like he just needs to start firing straight down. Fire all your rockets. Just force people to use mats, force them to change elevation.
I love this. He's making them run out of mats here. And
yeah. Nice start process by the way.
Where you can catch people off guard. Or for that, no, not enough.
Close. He was almost able to thread the needle there.
Yeah. Man, he's making people run out of mats, man. There's no way they're going to build up
skill with the rockets if people don't realize.
Until they have a shotgun grenade.
Launch it at cover.
Or a grappler.
You want to hit the sides of cover to get eliminations with the rockets. Be patient with them instead. It's a waste of a rocket if you just throw it at cover and break cover.
Is that?
Going to rebuild
Did he knock him?
Like that.
Taboo goes down, and yet again, M11 is just up top.
Oh, someone's above.
They're firing down. They need to do something. They need to get here.
No heals.
Bro, this is so crazy.
This
is so crazy. This is so crazy.
Wait, what happened?
He won. Miz won.
Did Miz find? Oh, wow.
So much
that was absolutely crazy. You can see his.
Okay, come in. Waiting for you, buddy. If Ninja comes online, he's not gonna play with you. You will like it or not. So come online soon. Yep, I'm waiting for. Mutton is not gonna come online because for some reason he'll not be able to play on PC. So there will be a spot for sure. But you roasted him too much, bro. Playing a solo by then. I know Dragon. I mean, I didn't want to mention that on stream, so I told for some reason. Oh, not a problem, bro. We'll be waiting for you, Dragon. Guys, which one do you want? Which one do you want? Black, silver or blue? Djx, make sure you're in the lobby. I'm gonna land tilted, so I'm not. First of all, Miss Random, welcome to the stream. I live in a state called Karnataka. Welcome to the stream. If you're new to the stream, please make sure you subscribe and like the video. That's the only support I ask for. Thanks, Mr. Random, for coming on the stream. I was like literally the moment I got gun, the first thing I was searching for was, is there any enemy whom I can kill? down and taking the sheets and slow.
Yo, what's up, Jart sir?
अरे बहन चोद पुश टू टॉक ऑन था, कब से बक रहा था मैं बहन चोद आवाज नहीं जा रही।
मैंने तेरे को वो भेज दी रिक्वेस्ट। तेरे पेपर खत्म?
नहीं कल है, परसों है, सॉरी। कब है? मंडे को है।
मॉड जल्दी रेडी कर दे भाई, बस एक ही गेम खेल सकता हूँ, उसके बाद बंद करवा रहे हैं घर वाले। भाई बहुत गुणगान सुने हैं मैंने तेरे जाट सर की, जब से मतलब और काफी बढ़िया खेलने लग गया अब।
काफी बढ़िया खेलने लग गया नहीं, पहले से काफी बढ़िया खेलता है।
अरे नहीं मतलब पहले से तो इम्प्रूवमेंट आई होगी, ये तो है नहीं कांस्टेंट।
पहले अच्छा खेलता था, प्रो बन गया। उसकी बस पिंग सही नहीं होती है, उसके पास है ना कोई पावरफुल सिस्टम नहीं है बस।
अबे निंजा को क्या हुआ भाई? मैंने उसे ऐसा क्या कह दिया जो वो नहीं खेलेगा वो मेरे साथ?
रोस्ट कर दिया।
अरे यार मैंने उसे बोला भी यार, क्या हो गया? सॉरी यार, इतना जो में आ गया।
क्या
निंजा लेट आएगा
जस्ट अभी करना है क्या? 2 मिनट बात कर दूं, 2 मिनट बाद मैच में हूँ बहुत ठीक है। हाँ
निंजा लाइक मजाक वाले वे में गुस्सा है मेरे से या सीरियसली हो गया?
ओपी हमारा सीरियस हो जाता है।
ब्रो निंजा बोल रहा है कि तुझे किक करेगा तो डोनेशन देगा।
अबे यार ये बंदा फिर से चालू हो गया। भाई पहले तू निंजा से ये पूछ कि वो सही में सीरियस है तो भाई
नहीं भाई वो
तो
बहुत
पार्टी
सीरियस
भी
है।
लीव कर दूं,
बहुत
पार्टी
सीरियस
भी
है।
लीव कर दूं।
7 लुई निंजा अगले मैच किक करेगा तो फिर डोनेशन देगा।
यो
अच्छा निंजा अगर मैं खुद लीव करूंगा तो डबल लेगा?
हाँ ये देगा, अच्छा डील है निंजा, खुद लीव करेगा तो अच्छा। 1 फॉर द स्ट्रीम ब्रदर, डिजेक्स 1 फॉर द स्ट्रीम।
अरे ये मैच में वोवल्स वाला बंदा कौन आ गया?
जाशा तेरे बिल्डिंग में एक बंदा जा रहा है।
ऊपर शॉटगन है, ऊपर शॉटगन है। बेच
मेरे को शॉटगन मिल गया, पता ना पता है तो।
तू ऊपर है क्या?
मैं आया, बंदा है तेरे पास?
डबल एल पे है।
डबल एल पे बंदा है?
नहीं डबल एल पे तो तू ही है।
बंदा लड़ रहा है, जाशा लड़ रहा है। मार दिया जाशा ने।
एक मारा मैंने।
किसी की हेल्प नहीं चाहिए जाशा।
हाँ ना भाई प्रो है
जाशा जी प्रो।
भाई, क्योंकि ना अब मैं जरा वो हो चुका हूँ, क्योंकि मैं इसे अगर वो भेजता हूँ ना इनवाइट निंजा को, तो भाई साहब ये बंदा आता ही नहीं पार्टी में। मैं इसे मैसेज करता हूँ कि भाई खेलने साथ में, नो रिप्लाई। तो मैं थोड़ा वो हो गया कि यार ये तो सही में सॉल्टी हो गया।
जल्दी वरना रिपोर्ट कर।
एक जॉन विक
मैं ऐसे ही रहता हूँ, मैं ऐसे ही रहता हूँ, बस वो टाइम नहीं रहता है इसीलिए, मतलब वो दाढ़ी काटने के टाइम नहीं रहती। मैं हूँ ही ऐसा भाई 27 ईयर्स का हूँ भाई। क्या लगता है दाढ़ी बढ़ा के बुढ़े ऐसा दिखूँ मैं?
ट्रम्प
तुम लोग को आदत नहीं थी शायद देख कैसे।
तूने अभी रख।
एक और चीज ये कि दाढ़ी लगाने से ना मैं डाइट मेंटेन नहीं कर रहा हूं।
नहीं जा रहा
दाढ़ी लगाने पे मैं काफी अच्छा दिख रहा हूँ अपने आप को, और मैं डाइट मेरे को लग रहा है कि मैं अच्छा दिख रहा हूँ, मुझे डाइट की जरूरत नहीं। मैं दाढ़ी काट रहा हूँ तो दिख रहा है मुंह मेरा मोटा है, तो मैं डाइट कर रहा हूँ, डाइट और एक्सरसाइज कर रहा हूँ, तो दैट इज अगेन अनदर रीजन व्हाई आई हैड टू शेयर, बट दैट्स फाइन।
मेरे पे स्नाइप आया।
और मेरे पे है। कौन है भाई? कौन है मतलब कौन है बता दो मुझे।
अंचो कहाँ पे है? सर बिच तो सामने लड़ाई हो रही, मैं लैग हो रहा। ब्रो बंदा आया। एक मारा मैंने। दो डाउन।
वेल प्लेड।
एक और डाउन।
सनशाइडर दिया कहाँ गई?
खत्म।
एक सनशाइडर दिया कहाँ गई?
सारे
ओके। बहुत लॉक किया था उसको मैंने, दोनों को बहुत लॉक किया।
Let me take the sniper. What the fuck? बहन जो लैग इतना आ रहा है, bro. What the fuck?
निंजा की ख्वाहिश पूरी।
ये गए। डिजिक्स कहाँ गया?
मुझे बोला निंजा की ख्वाहिश पूरी, डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया मतलब।
इमोट यहाँ पे लूट का भंडार लगा है।
आया मैं। वो नुबड़े को उठाने मत देना, नुबड़े को उठाने मत देना यार। सब उठा दिया मुड़बड़े ने सारे। हट।
हम काफी पड़े थे उधर।
क्या करूं मैं? हट। उतने एमो तो नहीं है मेरे पास, एमो सब उठा लिया।
एमो मेरे से ले ले, मेरे पास 48 शॉटगन एमो है।
Louis, what is his name, bro? Hey Louis, give me air ammo.
Come here. Where are you?
Thanks.
Oh, you understand English.
Grace Lord, bro. Thanks. You understand English. Thanks a lot. Shotgun ammo दे दे जाके.
Come here, boy.
Fuck this shopping cart, man. I got this. आ रहा हूँ तेरे पास. ब्लू पंप दिखी किसी को?
Come on. Wait. Ammo for you. Wait.
Small ammo बहुत है किसी के पास? Anyone has lot of small ammo? Can you drop me like 50-60? 50-60 small ammo, anyone?
Yes.
Thanks a lot. I don't need anything else. If you find a blue pump, let me know. That's all. I don't need anything. Rejects क्या हो गया तेरे को? डिस्कनेक्ट क्यों हुआ?
A7, where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia.
Oh, nice, bro.
What?
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Okay.
अपार्टमेंट लूट रहा हूँ मैं।
Oh, Timot, bro. Wait, we'll come back. Ooh, the vending machine has big shield.
Chat के लिए shout out दे दे. #Jatster the Pro in the chat. Not just Jatster, Jatster the Pro. Remember, guys.
वुड में मिल रही है।
Enemy
मिनी है?
नहीं मिनी नहीं है, मैं देख रहा हूँ। अपार्टमेंट लूट रहा हूँ, probably एक तो शीट में है।
Do you see anyone?
Enemy north. Enemy north.
Coming towards us? Yeah.
From where?
Oh no, they're going towards loot lake. Enemy loot lake. Let's go.
एक मिनट यार, शील्ड नहीं है मेरे पास। तुम लोग
225 वुड में शील्ड मिल रही है।
225 वुड में कहाँ मिल रहे हैं? गैराज में?
हाँ, गैराज वाली वेंडिंग मशीन।
ठीक है, मैं लेके आता हूँ। तुम लोग पुश कर सकते हो तो करो। आया मैं एक मिनट।
No. They're far. I'll try to snipe one.
If you can.
No, bitch.
Okay, I found a big shield.
Oh, hit him for 110.
Nice.
What
Coming.
the fuck, bro? He's pretty far. 220 meters. Bro, what is this? Bro, what is this voice?
What happened?
If you put the look there, you'll go bunching.
No, this is sound coming. Bro, my spacebar isn't
It
working.
will look like sound.
Oh, enemy on the mountain. Bro, I can't jump. Spacebar isn't working. What the fuck? Noob keyboard. Wait, bro, wait. Keyboard sucks. There's enemies on top of the hill. The mountain. Oh, bro. Fuck. Jump, you fuck. Enemies not top of the hill. Bro, jump! Fuck, bitch!
PC. I play Fortnite on PC.
Are you trying to?
There was one guy here.
Hit one for 110.
We are outside the zone.
Bro, I shot 2 guys for 110, but
I had an AR. Hope I had an AR. No, I have burst. Can't fire people who are jumping.
where is he?
Loot like jumping.
Oh. There's a rook on the in factories. It's sniper once.
The zone is coming to one inside.
Where?
The zone. The storm.
Oh, Zo. Yeah, okay.
They're gonna wait for us.
There's
Try to snipe them or they're gonna kill us for sure.
Bro, there's a rook behind us. Bro, I can't jump right now. Fuck.
Do you see enemy?
Yeah, 105.
Where?
105.
I don't see them.
Behind the tree, 104.
Okay.
Peek. They're moving. I don't have max. They're scared shitless. Hey. Follow me, follow me. Come here, come here, come here. This side. They're fighting. Fighting east. Oh, look at that guy. Oh! 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 What? Bro, anti-gravity zone, sir. लेफ्ट में टीम बंदे आ रहे लेफ्ट में बंदे आ रहे
जी बॉय
That's the best I could do, guys. There. Since Martin is not there, let's make it golden squad, boys. TT clan in the. Dragon Ninja watching stream. Come to yeah. Ask Ninja also to come to the stream. Okay, bro. I'm gonna have food, so I'm probably gonna off the camera for the whole stream. No cam streams today, boys.
I'll come in 2 minutes.
I have one drink left, probably I'll have that and then I'll have my food. Coming in 1 minute, boys.
क्या है इतना अच्छा मैच तो fucking anti-gravity Tokyo server, fuck. Fuck the Tokyo server. My book, bitch. Skunk. तो गेम साउंड आ रहा है सीधा तो तुम भी मुझसे प्यार कर लो ला 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 इमोट स्पीकर पे खेल रहा है Oh my god, Dragon, you're the now.
Oh shit, my bad. I got late.
Bro, it's so laggy in Tokyo server.
Dude, I have to go. Speed test. 3-1-1. Pump. Double barrel tactic. But name your choice.
Yes, let's win some games today, bro.
Dude, I want 2 solos. Nice.
You want 2 solos?
Yeah.
Yeah. I landed and tilted, got 3 kills. I couldn't get more than that.
The one.
Third party every time.
So teach me how to win solo. Branchot, मैं इतनी try करता हूँ.
Yeah, Dragon, अब तक Dragon, you have like what 10 solo wins now?
No, bro. Like I have 5.
ये बंदा कुछ नहीं करता है, ये बंदा सीधा रश करता है बंदा जो देखता है रश करता है बस.
Oh, बंदे. Noobs are probably noobs.
I don't have even one gun. I found a pistol. So if you have any extra guns, you can give me. Do you have any extra guns by any chance?
You want? I'm bringing a pump for you.
Yeah, coming, bro. Coming to you, bro. You don't have to bring it, bro. You're giving it to me. Gift. So let's go.
That's is fighting.
Yeah, I'm coming. I don't have mats, so I'm gonna probably farm some.
Fuck, bro, the ping. बहन जो उसको हेडशॉट में हिट मार कर आया वो मरा नहीं.
Bro, 59 kills.
Help me, shoot. ओपी उसको मारना था.
Fuck, bro. Seize HP, bro. Seize HP, please. One more pump shot and you would have died, bro. I didn't have mats to build up, bro. My god, man.
The game was lagging a lot. Same, it was lagging.
बहनचोद मैंने उसको हेडशॉट दिया, हेडशॉट इन द फेस and didn't register.
Default skin, huh? Default skin was dead.
No.
Pain, bro, the pain.
Yeah, the default skin.
Are you guys also getting plus 400 bonus XP?
Yeah.
Everyone got.
I'm probably gonna complete 100 today.
What's it level?
99. Now it's 99 Dragon.
Oh, cool. You said it.
people play on PS4 bro and they get like 500, 600 wins. They show it off. I don't understand why.
Yeah, bro.
Ask them to play on PC once and get like 200 wins above.
Dude, they should not make it like that. What's that? If someone plays with a keyboard and mouse in PS4, it's so shit.
Yeah, and especially now they have like made that recent update. They have made in a way that if you attach keyboard, then you will win. What if people like play on keyboard and mouse and get like I would have got like 2,000 wins till now if I had played on
Dude,
keyboard.
people, you know what people are doing? They're putting the controller. They'll matchmake in the controller. After that, they'll connect.
Yes,
the
I know. PCs. You will get like 60% of the lobby on PS4. At least like 50 to 60% you will get on PS4.
You guys landed the default.
Bro!
What happened? Where did you? What the hell, bro?
Bro, मैं जैसे ही लैंड किया ना गन पे सबसे पहले मैं पहुंचा और मेरी 1100 पिंग होगी। 4 बंदे आए मेरे बाद, पूरे 4 बंदे गिन के 4 बंदे आए मेरे बाद। उन सब ने पिकैक्स कर दिया मुझे।
Bro, your rage has a meaning, bro. मैं भी सोच रहा हूँ क्यों ऐसा चिल्ला रहा है। निंजा तो कॉल पे है, बात नहीं कर सकता। Bro, I don't bother. I win or no. I'm just gonna fucking.
I have 50 guns, bro. There's a fighting.
Back one. I'm out of ammo, bro. I'm out of ammo, bro.
I died to a fucking trap. No one saw it,
Come on, bro. Come on.
Ninja, there's a trap here, bro. Ninja walk towards it.
Ninja, बहुत लो है ninja, नीचा.
I
सीधा
think
नीचा के मत. बहुत लो है ninja, बहुत लो है. Around 50 HP बचाओ बस करो. Nice. That's all I need.
Hello. Thank you, I'll die. It took 2 seconds to understand that I'm dead.
ये बोल क्यों नहीं रहा निंजा?
वो शायद कॉल पे.
Dude, he had shotgun, anything? Ammo, ninja, if you have. Fuck that shit. Hey, team on, spectate ninja. Thank you.
निंजा राइट पिक की वेट कर रहा है, उसने आरपीजी चला दिया। Oh my god, Ninja!
Oh fuck!
Oh my god, bro! Closest RPG I've ever seen.
These guys are like.
Mama,
I don't know how to aim. I'm gonna fire an RPG and get some kills. Fucking bitch.
Bro, Ninja के कान के पास.
Forgot I had no max.
Bro, the Valkyrie skin is so ugly, seriously.
Martin bought it, bro.
It's so ugly, man. It's so freaking ugly.
Too much they made, no?
Yeah, like too much
they
detail.
put too much.
Too much detail, yeah. Too much detail. And I like the
back
fast
bling
wing,
looks
yeah.
dope.
Yeah, the back bling is dope. And I like even the glider. The only problem is it covers a lot of floor. If you are landing in a crowded area, it's not good.
Yeah. 1 more minute he has to talk. Timer is there, you call.
That's the summon. Bro, guys, I need another 8000 XP for reaching 100 level.
Okay.
My first ever 100 level in any of the seasons I played. I started Fortnite in season 2, so this is gonna be my first. क्या तो पीता है जट पाजी तो पीता है
क्या
पीता है
हाँ
बहुत सही नाइस ब्रो क्या पीता है बियर हॉट
अभी इन दिनों तो बियर ही
नाइस
लास्ट विस्की का एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा नहीं था वोडका का भी ठीक सही था अच्छा नहीं था
वोडका तो एक पॉइंट के बाद तो लड़कियों का ड्रिंक लगने लगेगा कौन सा विस्की पिया
लास्ट कौन सा पिया था बीपी पिया था
बीपी मैं इंजीनियरिंग की दिन में कर रहा हूं out of every gun in the game I get sniper and I snipe and knock down a guy. I am a pro, bro. I am a pro. I knocked a guy in opposite building. If I find a gun, I'm going to kill him. I eliminated him.
So, bitch! There was a shotgun in the next room. Fuck you!
I have guns. I'm going. One come.
Get wrecked! Get fucking wrecked! The best sniper in TT clan. The best sniper in TT clan, boys. Ask any of my clanmates, they'll tell you.
Someone landed here.
I may not be good at building. I may not be good at aiming.
Just
one thing I'm good at is sniping, bitch. Coming, dash, coming. What the hell?
Oh, bro, knocked one.
She's low. Yeah, nice.
Another guy.
Oh, I'm down. I'm dead. I'm a.
I'm healing, bro. Don't move. You're running away. Just 4 bandages.
Jasha shields है
Bandages है मेरे पास shields नहीं है
इधर है बोल रहा हूँ इधर है मेरे पास
आ रहा हूँ
All 3 of them.
Jaster, Jaster, nice, well played.
बेंचो देख तो सही कितने हैं.
Well played. Oh, bro, epic grenade, man, epic grenade. Oh my God, bro. Do you guys think I should continue streaming or I should stop and enjoy with the clan?
Your choice.
Boys, I think we had fun with today's stream. I hope half of the time went in watching false scrims, but I hope you learned something from them. I really want to enjoy this Friday weekend with my clan. If I get some victory royals, I'm sure I'll switch on the recording for sure, and if I get any victory royals, I'm gonna post it as a video. But I really want to enjoy this off time and relax with my squad, so I'm gonna stop the stream. Bye bye guys. If we get victory royal, it's probably gonna come out as a video tomorrow. Bye stream. Bye bye.